Sisi yao, hii conversation inaenda kuwa ni Noma Design ya Noma. This is Open Mic as hosted by Brian Aseli, and it's going to be happening right now. Tonight we are discussing about traffic accidents among the youth and how it's actually affecting the youth. The hashtag is Youth Cafe, and of course nakwambia hapa hivi ndani nakwambia yani kuna yani panel ingine noma tu sana. And of course tuko na Twitter question. It's going to be coming on your screen just right now. And sai niko na panel moja kali sana yenye ita make sure, but before that wacha tusomee swali. What should be done to reduce road accidents? What should be done to reduce road accidents? Make sure you give me a good answer so that tupate hizi solutions kama my youth man. Hatutaki tuanze kusema kila saa gava, but then hapa hivi tunataka kupata solutions si wenyewe. Remember the hashtag is Youth Cafe, na hapa hivi ni Open Mic. Wacha ni introduce panel yangu, ni mmoja ya nguvu sana. Kuna Moses Gashini. Nimesema hiyo Gashini vizuri kabisa. Nakwambia. This guy is a biker, but he's also a part-time engineer. Huyu jamaa ni engineer like unafanyanga operational engineering, ndio hizo vitu in a hospital, right?
Yes.
Yeah, sana. And of course we have George Shem, who is also a biker. Karibu sana.
Asante.
Nimefurahi sana kufika hapa mara yangu ya kwanza. No, I'm kidding. But then we have Kelly Simba, who is also a market analyst with AA. So atakuwa anatuambia vitu kadha wa kadha about road safety. Na swali yangu moja simple itakuwa ni, by the way, mmekuwa affected na accidents in any way whatsoever?
Yes. Accidents, accidents do happen. But when they do, you should always be on the safe side.
Who may affect you an accident in any way whatsoever, like a family member or yourself? Or
yes, actually, like for me, last year it happened. I was riding my bike home around 10 on Mombasa Road. Then I was hit by a car, but I guess the driver was drunk because he sped off.
Alafu Kelly Simba,
yes.
Talk to us and tell us like where you work. New pata reports kama ngapi hivi in a year za accidents?
Well, according to statistics, first of all, okay, I work at AA Kenya, and I'm a market research analyst. Now, back to your question. You said about road accidents. We do, according to statistics, we find that we have over 3,000 deaths annually. And most of these deaths are actually attributed to human error, over 85%. So in my mind, I think we do need something to do about driver attitude. Yes.
Okay, sawa. Na pia mtu atakuwa ananijoin kwa phone ni my very own favorite co-host, Tandio Yego, who is a victim of road accidents. Tandio Yego, sijui kama unanipata clearly?
Yes, Brian.
Hi, how are you?
Clear.
How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm just recovering at home.
Ebu tell us kidogo. People don't know that you were involved in a road accident. Like what transpired? Just tell us kidogo too.
So last weekend on Sunday, I was involved in a car accident along Mombasa Road. My car went off the bridge. It flipped, it rolled, and then ended up being upside down. Yes, so I barely escaped with my life. I don't even know how I made it out because the car was extremely mangled. And it was impossible for someone to even reach inside the car. But then a bunch of onlookers managed to overturn the car and pull me out, and I was rushed to the hospital in an ambulance.
Okay, let me ask you, how was the response? Was it quick? Was it fast?
I do not know because I was unconscious during the whole period. Like when my car crashed, I lost consciousness. So I just woke up in the hospital. But I was taken to hospital in Embakasi first, and then I was moved to Mata Hospital in South Sea.
Are you recovering well?
Yes, I'm recovering well. I sustained injuries to my spine. So I had to have corrective surgery. They had to put a plate in my spine.
Okay.
Because I think I'd broken about 2 bones. I'd fractured 2 bones in my spine, which almost left me as a paraplegic. I almost lost my ability to walk. So it's something I'm definitely very grateful for. Just to be alive and just to be here. It's something I don't take lightly.
Okay, sawa. And umeona venye response yake imekuwa, na ningependa kujua what do you think are some of the causes of road accidents? Of course kuna venye saa zingine bad weather and stuff like that, maybe dereva anaendesha gari vibaya or something like that, but what are other causes of road accidents?
Sometimes unaangaliaga hivi unasema you are riding, but unaangalia huku kando unaona huyu msee ni driver na he's on the phone. So unajua kwetu sisi inakuwaga tu body yako akikuchota wewe unadunda. Lakini sasa kama mimi last week nilichotwa na gari ikaondokea.
So, but how was the response? Kulikuwa na watu wa kusaidia hapo hivyo ama kitu kama hiyo?
Me unfortunately kwenye nilianguka ilikuwa two place different. But nikaamka, you know, sometimes you usually say being on the safe side, it starts with you. Una gear up, it's not like unaenda bila helmet. Unajua sometimes pia accidents do happen. Lakini hata iki happen, wewe ukiwa umejivaa vizuri, hautatoka ukiwa mbaya sana.
Simba, most of the people, not most of the people, actually this was as a result of a report that was released in 2017 by the NTSA Director General, Francis Major, who said that in December last year, we lost more people than in the rest of the months of 2017. What could be your response to that? What do you think, what do you think that means for Kenya?
First of all, as much as statistics show that we are on a right path, yet there's still a lot we need to do in terms of driver awareness and also correction of driver behavior. It's very true we do lose a lot of people in the month of December because this is also a festive month and there's a lot of travel. So you find people traveling between the roads are very busy, so they're very congested. And we at AA, we do have some courses which actually help people with such stuff because even when the road is a bit congested, we have some defensive driver courses which at least help you identify how to drive on a road that is congested. Depending on the amount of traffic that is the road, you should be able to adjust your driving. When the road is congested, it's very different than when you drive when the road is empty. For example, here we have riders here. And it's also a good thing that you mentioned about also the protective gear, which is a very important thing. Because even as a rider, it's your responsibility to make sure that you're well protected. And that even brings a lot of accidents among us also the boda.
So, George Shem, wacha nikukat short kidogo. George Shem, do you think your information ambayo Simba anasema, do people get the information in good time, right? Before, like, during EO periods zenye watu wako driving school and stuff like that, are they given enough to be able to equip them? Ama watu wanaingianga wasome wamalize?
I think most of the time unapata mtu anataka ingie kama ni driving school apate driving license. That's it. And that's why unapata nowadays most drivers on the road hawajahitimu ile kabisa. They just got the DL but still hawajakoma ile kuendesha na hawajajua even the road signs. Most of them they don't know. Like ukiangalia especially kwa roundabout, because it's something that I've observed many times. Hakuna mtu, most guys hawajui when to exit ama kuingia kwa roundabout. Lakini
ningependa kujua shida ni sisi, serikali, drivers, shida ni nani as well? Like who's causing all this big problem on the roads? Because wengine wanasema mimi nilikuwa naenda hivi. Like it's a big complaint, switching lanes and stuff like that. You see an open space, you go for it. You see an opportunity on the road, unafanya kile unajisikia. Who's the problem?
Sometimes unapata tena mentality. Because most of the time, where the police and the traffic wamesimama, you'll find even matatus hakuna matatu ita overlap. Everybody will be like kwa straight. Unaona? But wacha watoke, especially enda hii Rongai route jioni uone.
Sisi hao sichomei wase wa Rongani, wase wangu sana. But then we have to go to the streets kidogo tuone vile wase walibonga hii wiki. Kuna points zingine valid zilitolewa pale, tutachukua some of them, tutarudisha hapa hivi ndani ya keja, tucheki kama tunaweza zitoanisha ama nini. Check street sense.
I've been affected by a road accident. You can tell from the scar on my face. I got it due to drinking and driving, I can't lie. And it's a reckless thing. And as young people, we tend to practice it a lot, but it's reckless. And it has plenty of consequences. I think what is being done right now I can't tell if it's enough, but I think it's a good step. It's in the right direction. With the NCA, the alcohol blow, I think should be brought back, though in a more hygienic way.
My best friend. Mazee ilikuwa mbaya. Hadi mazee. Na tulikuwa na yeye hata mimi sijui. Aliniacha tu dakika moja hivi. Dakika nyingine tunapigiwa simu, Aiba amepata accident. Ilikuwa mbaya mazee. Tunafaa tukuwe na quick response team kwanza like everywhere. Isikuwe tu ati ni kwa ma cities ama towns, hapana, ikuwe everywhere kwa major highways. Na pia campaigns wakuje kwa makampo wa educate wase, unaona? Ndio tujue nini pia inafanyika, unaona? Kuna watu wengine pia wanani tu kusikia, juu wakiwa hivi wakiachwa wanakuwa tu ignorant, unaona? So wanafaa kuja waambie wase nini nafaa ifanyike hivi, unaona? Hivyo ndio tutaendelea.
Ni wasache kutei. Na ukitei mzae, tafuta mse anaweza drive hiyo ndaye, una get? Usiku na jua se wengi wamekuwa kispeed, especially hapo hivyo nini Wayaki, hapo hivyo ndo nimelose wase wawili. Na get, so wasache kutei. Na ukitei tafuta tu mse mwenye atakubeba, which for me that's it. Gava inafaa wakuwe tu strict pia kwa mabarabara pia, na get, weke kama ni makarao wako kila mahali in terms wanajuanga pale wase speed, especially at night, wako hapo na kuanaangalia wase wakidrive, na get, and then wase drive usiku, yani the major one, hata achana gava, wase drive usiku amitei. Hiyo ndo major nimecheki sana my youth.
I've had a couple of friends who've been involved in road accidents. The effects mainly include how some of them get hurt, a couple of them die out of it, and it's not easy as a friend to actually see your fellow friend actually passing on because of an accident, which probably could have been avoided. But I really feel like people should learn more safety rules and regulations, traffic rules and everything, to actually ensure that more lives are usually saved to avoid such accidents.
Haya, kuna a gentleman hapa hivi Twitter, the hashtag is Youth Cafe. Tumeuliza swali moja hapo hivyo, what do you think should be done in order to curb road accidents? Anasema improve infrastructure to move at the same speed with the sophisticated technology of modern cars, or we go back to the old models of ametaja a couple of brands, etc., as we still use the roads of the 19th century. This is not rocket science. That's what he says. Na swali ni very simple, na unaweza kuwa part of it by using the hashtag Youth Cafe. Ndani ya studio tumerudi tena na nataka kujua kuna some of the causes zenye tumesikia hapo hivyo street sense. Umesikia kuna mtu amesema things to do with drunk driving as one of the cases. Kuna engine ni teenage drivers. Unapata msee ni too young and inexperienced to drive. Give me some response on the same tafadhali.
Yeah, now the thing about alcohol is that it impairs your judgment. And whenever you're drunk, you cannot really tell that even when your sense of judgment is false, even you have some false confidence. Now you think that the vehicle you can drive, you think that you're the best driver on the road. Mimi ndio ule msee, mimi ndio najua kusukuma ndai, hakuna mtu anaweza shinda kusukuma ndai.
Leo Jimondi wana drive ndio wanajua hii maneno.
And then unajua pia maboys kuna venye mnachochananga saa zingine nasema nani akufiti kwa steering. Yeye anaweza kamata chupa lakini bado anaweza tufikisha mtaa. So there's also that a lot of false confidence. And you see alcohol, ite venye amesema tu watu wanafewa cheti, it's very true. Alcohol is the #1 leading cause in road accidents. It is that bad. Yes.
Alafu kuna kitu ingine pia, fatigue. Wase wana kama long distance drivers. Ebu nipatie feedback on the same. Keeping in mind that Salga is a black spot, and in December 12, 2017 there was an accident at Sanchangwan and more than 39 people passed on, and that was not the first case. In 2009 January 31st, imagine kulikuwa na accident and more than 130 people lost their lives. Na unajua hizi lori kubwa and it was a horrific accident na tanker was involved. Talk to me about fatigue kwa barabara.
I think before even we start to blame the government, the issue of fatigue, I think pia as drivers you should take that caution. One, if you can't do, maybe if you've done like 8 hours, that's even assuming you're working in an office, seated for 8 hours, utakuwa umechoka sana. So I think pia we need to have discipline so that ukiendesha gari, there should be like time limit. Na I think pia government kama inaweza saidia, they introduce maybe some machine to detect kama someone has done out of hours or on one trip, hiyo itasaidia.
Hapo sawa. Tandio, I don't know if you can hear me, but then I'd like to know what should the people who've been involved in an accident do to make sure that their recovery process is quite progressive?
I'll give you an example of what I recommended to do. Just getting a lot of rest. And you should not only take care of the physical, but of the emotional and mental, because road accidents definitely do take an emotional and a psychological toll. So I suggest counseling. I think it's very important to talk about it and talk about the trauma that the accident caused in a person's life.
Okay, so and there are some of the effects are probably physical. What do you think that people who've been physically impaired can do to make sure that even the progress does not affect how they live? Because some of them become impaired permanently, like someone would lose a leg or something like that. Give an example, like you almost became paralyzed.
Yes.
Yeah. Medically, what do you think should be done?
Well, I'm not a doctor, Brian, but I would just definitely recommend a lot of rest. I don't really think I can give much of advice on what to do in terms of the physical, because it comes with rest. Rest and like a proper diet, because food is also important in recovery. Yes.
Okay, sawa. Kuna effects kibao zo hufanyika as a result of accidents, and ina include wase ku lose lives zao. Wengine wanakuwa physically impaired forever. Like you break your backbone and that's it. You lose a leg, that's it. Ndio ningependa kujua, have you either experienced something like that, or what do you think should be done to be able to help people who've been involved in road accidents?
Okay, the first thing that maybe we can say, it is everyone's duty, hata tusiseme gava ama nani, because kama unaambiwa like usikimbize bike bila insurance, unaona, halafu umeenda umepata accident, umekuwa paralyzed, hakuna hata compensation, ulikuwa una hustle, familia iko nyuma yako, unacheki. So inafaa at least kila mtu anajikaza kwenye anaweza. Weka insurance kama insurance unafaa kuwa nayo. Kimbia na driving license kama unafaa kuwa na driving license. Nacheki. Sometimes accidents are inevitable. But just in case kama umepata accident na vitu zingine kaa hizo, at least ile burden inakuwa ease kidogo.
Sasa, I'll come back with your feedback, gentlemen. But then we have to go kidogo tufanye Art Corner. Art Corner inamaanisha kuna msanii this week. Na huyo msanii anaitwa Faith. She does kitu inaitwa DIYs. It's do it yourself. Kama uko kule nje na we ni artist, I'd like to make sure that you get an opportunity. Just DM me, follow me at Brian_Selly and tell me what's your gift, and we'll try make sure that you get covered. But for now, Art Corner, cheki hiyo story.
My name is Faith Avia Kyoko, and nicknames, I just like Faith. I don't like nicknames, but people call me Favia because of Faith Avia. Some people just call me Faye, which, yeah, I prefer Faith. I go with Faith. So I am a crafter. I do DIYs and crafts. I've been doing it officially for a couple of months, but for a very long time unofficially. So DIY stands for do it yourself. So I just do simple things that anyone can do by themselves. Can teach sometimes people how to do it, or just make simple stuff look nicer. You can say maybe 3 to 5 years. Yeah, if I ballpark it, 3 to 5 years. I started off with small things, and then I started doing more and more stuff, venturing into different types of crafts, and then yeah, it became a thing. I got into DIYs. I was pushed into it. Something my mother thought I would be good at. She's like, you should do this, you know, you'll be good at it. And I tried it out. And then for a while I did it as a hobby, and then I started getting a lot of requests to do it for business. Then after a while it grew into business. But it started off as a hobby and just learning new skills. So some of my challenges as a crafter is learning new skills every day. Because sometimes with DIY it's anything, it's any material. So you have to keep on learning new ways of doing things. Yeah, I think that would be my biggest challenge. My second one is finding the market and how to sell my stuff. I do a lot of deco for events, like weddings, showers, birthdays. If it's something unique and different, theme-wise, So I have tried Facebook, just social media. I have a Facebook, Instagram page, and a blog. So in my blog, I show people how to make the stuff I'm making. And in my page, I post some of the stuff I make, so people can, getting materials is a really big challenge for me, yeah. Because some things I have to import, some things I have to find locally, and sometimes they don't exist, so you have to improvise. I like to learn new things. I'm interested in learning new stuff. And I'll have a lot of people who challenge me, which is great, because they tell me, oh, can you make this? And I'm like, give me a few weeks, I'll get back to you. If I can do it, I'll let you know. Yeah, so that's for me is a challenge. I love art. I think it's not really something that people appreciate as much as they should, but I love art. I have for a very long time. So yeah, it inspires me. Like seeing other people do it also, it gives me psych. Apart from the DIYs and the crafts, I also teach DIYs and crafts to kids. And I do it at the Creative Garage. And yeah, it's a once a month affair right now, on a weekend, on a Saturday. It's a 3-hour class. The kids come, they get a chance to be creative and just do other things. And I also sell some of the stuff I make at the flea market. So you can find me on Sundays at the K1 flea market the whole day. So we showcase our stuff there. If I was not doing DIYs, I think I just have another job, like most people. I did business, so I'll probably be in marketing. So I tell guys, you try learning new things and practicing. Practicing is the only way you get good at anything. So you learn new things, practice, and keep at it, and something good will come from it.
That is at Corner, where we celebrate Kenyan artists, and on Open Mic tumekuwa tukiongea about the effects, or rather tumekuwa tukiongea generally about traffic accidents and how they affect the youth. Na gentlemen, itabidi mmenipatia your last remarks tujue watu wanaweza fanyaje to make sure that either accidents zipungue ama just to take care of themselves.
First of all, I would have to say driver attitude is very important. So even as you set out on your journey, the emotional state of your mind, akili yako iko aje kabla unaanza safari yako ni muhimu. Did you even get enough rest? Fatigue is also a very important factor. So all these things you have to think in mind. Driving, people assume that it's just a very small thing, but there's a reason why we allow children to have toy cars, they can go play GP karting, but when you're on the road, we do require you to be 18 years and above so that you can master the road rules. It's very important to know road rules.
George Shen, talk to us.
Mine would be a request drivers to be responsible, and let's be each other's keeper. And pia watu kama bikes, I think it'd be in order kama mtu can have full gear for protective purposes in case of an accident, as much as si tukiwa kwa bike wezi kuambia na mtu mwenye kwa gari, but inasaidia sana. Yes.
Asante sana.
What I would like to say and tell everyone is that behind every biker is a brother, either brother, sister, father, mother, cousin, uncle, aunt. Huyo mse mwenye anaraidio bike, before hata overtake ama ufikirie kumsukuma kando, ujue ako na watu nyuma yake. So, and one thing that maybe I'd like to tell also the boda people, you find that wananunua helmet, haijashika kichwa, hiyo tu ni ya kupita makarao, unaona? But just in case aguzwe kidogo, ile helmet imetoka kwa kichwa, unaona? Also, they should just try a little bit and stay safe. Wajaribu buy gear. And also we have these nyumba kumis for bikers. You can join any nyumba kumi. Just in case hata uende umepata accident mahali flani, people can recognize faster na wakusaidie.
Hapo, asante sana. Moses, George, Simba, thank you very much for creating time to be here with us. Thank you very much, Tandiwe, for joining us via phone at home. And of course, nimedress fiti, junli dress na Joel Maluki. Hii conversation aishi hapa vivi peke yake. Pia social media hapo hivyo, Facebook, IG, Twitter. Make sure you get in contact with us. Na wale watu wenye watakuwa selected as the winners of the show, for the show Until Live, we're going to be contacting you in the course of the week. And of course, change haianzangi Friday peke yake. Change yo anza kila siku. Nimekuwa the hottest man hapa hivi in Eastern Central Africa. Next week mzuri, sisi yao.